office and tell them. Cause I'm still saying them that wasn't they are jealous. Them white guys, dope fiend, Atlantans are some jealous, evil bitches. And that won't no coincidence when they was booming. They waited for you to come out that room so they could bam the car door. They've been bamming ever since you've been in the shower. And it ain't that much of a disturbance going on around nobody else's apartment but yours. And since you were so bold to bang it, boom, when I said something, you be that bold when I call the police on you. First, I'm gonna put my food on, and then I'm gonna call the police on you and say you're keeping up a disturbance upstairs. You're not gonna train me that if I say something about it, we're gonna start banging and booming, and I got that camera going, and I'm gonna call the police on you. I don't stop them people from talking in their apartment, nor do I start booming on the walls or keeping up a disturbance. You are not gonna train me, you broke ass bitch. If I say something about something they got side up, we're gonna start keeping up a disturbance, and I'm gonna start calling the police on you. Them people had that side up, and that bitch ain't have to stop meddling in people's apartment and listening to what they saying. And that bitch wouldn't have heard me mentioning them folks out there. But since you bold enough to bang and boom, you just be bold enough to get the police call on you. It's every weekend. And I got you recorded. So before you even try to lie about it, as soon as I said something on camera, in the privacy of my home, just like I showed Mr. Eubanks last week, you're trying to train me. And I'm calling the police on you just as soon as I finish putting on my food. You're not gonna train me. I'm gonna train you, you whack ass bitch shit. Every time you start keeping up the disturbance, I'm calling the police on you. Now to show Mr. Eubanks video and explain it to him of how I could be talking in my apartment and they're listening through the walls. And if I say something, they'll start banging and booming, trying to find a way to communicate with you. And I'm definitely gonna call the police on you, and I'm still eating. But that's that crack cocaine spirit in this community. And they think they're doing it behind closed doors, and you white guys bitches know you on camera. And that's what I want you to do is beat up on the walls when I talk in the privacy of my home, like you listening through the walls. That's exactly what I want you to do. Or wait till I get in the room and start banging and booming. This is my house. I don't tell people when and where to talk in their apartment by banging and beating up on the walls. That broke bitch is a crackhead. And that's that sick, twisted control. If you say something about something we got side up, we're gonna bang and boom. Every time you say something about something they doing, they boom. They're trying to control you and train you. But I'm gonna control you by calling the cops on you. And I'm gonna see which control has the most effect. You're not gonna train me not to say nothing. This is my house. I pay rent here. I didn't yell them people outside. I just talk. This bitch is so nosy. You can't stay the fuck out of my business inside of my apartment. I didn't scream at what you folks was doing out there. I'm just talking, and this bitch cannot stay out your business.
I had an electrical whole house inspection done last year at this time. Shouldn't I just be good? Because you checked it last year. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, about every 2 years that is recommended. Every 2 years, so you'll be good, and then also not just kind of do it every other year, kind of make sure everything snugs up because electricity will have wires vibrate, and you can and that's what causes everything loosening up and everything. So industry standard about every 2 years.
This is a good time to get Pat Murphy out to also add outdoor lighting.
Yes, sir.
Run some wiring out to get that done. You can put a pool in. You may want to have some lighting installed out there. You want to make sure your outdoor lighting is already good. Whatever it is, you want to put in with a little security or something. You want to put in a light in the front yard that will go on and off. This is all things that you do, right?
Yeah, we as a matter of fact, I've noticed that kind of a peak in our service calls because everybody's getting those fountains and ponds and everything installed in their backyard, and we need to get power out there to run those lights and those little pumps that are out there to power up your lighting features and your water features in the backyard. So yeah, so this is the time because everybody's going to start enjoying this nice. We're being kind of blessed with this nice cool weather before the summer heat really pounds us. So we're getting a lot of more activity of everybody hanging outside. Go, honey, I need some light over here. We need some light in the deck. We need a receptacle over here. So this is the time to give us a call.
Can you hang lights in trees?
We have those, sir. We won't do that because it's a whole different installation on that because you've got to have growth rings and you got to make sure that if the tree grows, don't kill it. And I'm not in business to replace the tree.
You don't send that little poke guy up there to swing around in the trees and put lights in?
Well, we have, he's kind of complained a little bit.
He's scared to see you, scared. All right, now summer. Now this is a big thing in the summer, and this is what termites are to spring. Even though termites are a year-round problem in Georgia, surge protectors are to summer. Even though surges are a year-round problem in Georgia as well. But this is the time when people start thinking, you get the thunderstorms. We've had a couple of bad ones already roll through. You want to get that whole house surge protection done also.
Oh yeah, that's big, especially now with your AC, like we're talking about the AC, they're going to be turning it on and off, and like we've always said on the air, about anywhere from 80 to 85% of all surges come from the customer, the homeowner themselves, not including what the outside environment, lightning strikes and stuff. That is the perfect time for us to come in there. And when we do a whole house inspection, electrical whole house inspection, we will notice that if you don't have certain protection, and we'll offer it up, and then you get to save a little money while we're out there because that's an add-on task to our list. So you'll get a little bit of a discounted rate also.
And it's not that expensive compared to what you can lose in electrical devices and appliances and big screen TVs and sound systems and that's a lot of money compared to what it's going to cost you to put in a surge protector to protect all that stuff.
That is correct. And also our technicians, when they come out, we do educate the customer about the levels of protection. Stages or levels. You got to do it in different levels of it. First, level 1 is at your panel, and level 2 is at the equipment, because that's the way we do a nice envelope around your house. So, we can protect everything. So as we're in there, our technicians are trained to, tell you that, okay, we're going to put one at the panel, you need to still put one at your TV or at your computer. So we kind of educate the customer as they go through as we install these devices.
Excellent. Anything else new in the electrical world that I need to know about before summer hits?
No, besides the LED lights, there's some neat little automation stuff coming out that has really kind of intrigued me, and I spoke to you off the air about that. So, but other than that, man, I mean, the technology with the lighting is really big, and it's popping, so it's pretty cool. So I'm excited. excited about it.
Excellent. Well, thanks for stopping by today, John.
Not a problem. Thank you very much, Dave. Take care of yourself.
Yep, enjoy the rest of your weekend. That's John Poplin from Pat Murphy Electric. My boys over there, the electricians you need to get everything ready for the summer. Can't stress enough about the surge protection, the whole house surge protection. You need that at your house. And frankly, you know, it happens every day. You get 4 to 5 surges every day. It's not, you think of them as the lightning storms that come through, but every day there's a lot of surging going on in your house and your electrical system, and the whole house surge protection will help you take care of that. You can reach Pat Murphy Electric. You can see him on the web at patmurphyelectric.com, or you can call them 404-577-4191. You're listening to the Home Fix It Show on News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB.
Atlanta's 24-hour news Buccaneers, News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB. Depend on it.
Brian for WSB 24-hour news. Saturday showcases in front of the neighborhood. Witness to a road rage shooting, Cherokee County, Highway 92 there. One man shot and wounded, another behind bars. Also in custody today, the second of those 2 accused killers who broke out of a psychiatric hospital in Washington State. The 17-year-old boy now in custody, charged in that co-ed murder. University of Texas. More April snow for parts of the Northeast. Cool and windy here today.
Going to come up into the 15 to 25 mile per hour range a little bit later on today.
Brian Monahan, Channel 2 Action News. Sports, those same winds impacting the scoring in Augusta. Jordan Spieth, the one-shot lead over Rory McIlroy, 3rd round of the Masters today. Braves and Hawks home tonight. Braves, Cardinals, Hawks, Celtics. Next news, less than 15 minutes. Tim Bryant, WSB.
Number 20, Corey Carrier, WSB 24-hour traffic center. Still seeing heavy delays in Henry County on I-75 northbound from 2081 in McDonough to Jericho Road. Just getting slow down from that construction, getting over through there right now. New trouble in DeKalb County reported. This on I-20 westbound at Panola Road. Still seeing some minor delays with a crash working there. It looks like it may be over off to the shoulder. And the downtown connector 7585 northbound seeing some minor delays from I-20 into the Freedom Parkway. I'm Floyd Owen, WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Kurt Knowledge. I'll tell you where the temperature roller coaster goes next in 10 minutes and on demand at WSBRadio.com.
Eric Von Hessler was a regular guy. That's how you were introduced to him.
Now he's part of WSB every Sunday at noon, and he's now known for entertaining honesty.
Why? Because that's how you feel? Can you point to a document? Where is this coming from? Your feelings?
That's him. He knows when to be funny and when to be serious. Listen Sundays noon till 3. Rediscover the Von Hessler Doctrine on News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB.
Well, you're sitting around the dinner table and there's lots of subjects to discuss. How the day went, what kind of homework the kids have, what's on schedule for the weekend. I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I would guess that you don't sit around the kitchen table talking about your gutters. In fact, gutters are probably the last thing on your mind until there's a problem. I'm Craig Glasgow, General Manager with Leaf Garden, North Georgia. Unfortunately, most folks think about their gutters when it's too late, and the damage is already done. Wood rot, termites, foundation problems are caused by clogged gutters, and clogged gutters are a perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes. So here's the solution. Call us at Leaf Guard. My promise to you, there's never any pressure to buy. We won't sell you anything unless it will make your life better. We'll give you a price in writing, not on a business card or a brochure. And all of our installers are employees, not subcontractors. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, you'll never think about your gutters again, because Leaf Guard gutters have a lifetime.
I'm not going through this shit with you people.
Look around the table at almost any business meeting, and you'll start to see a pattern. More and more professionals are realizing the benefits of a master's degree. Benefits they can feel in the boardroom and their bank accounts. Isn't it time to make your next move? The Georgia Web MBA at Georgia College provides professionals the tools to earn a MBA degree without interrupting their work or personal lives. Georgia College offers 2 of the top-ranked online graduate programs in the state, so it's no surprise that U.S. News & World Report ranked it a top 25 MBA program. Classes are convenient and
How the fuck am I supposed to make a call like that?
a practical tool to help you reach your goals. It's fully accredited by the AACSB, the benchmark for business school quality. And that's a claim that only 5% of business schools in the world can make. The Georgia Web MBA from Georgia College. Accredited, accessible, affordable. Apply by July 1st and get started this fall. Visit MakeYourNextMove.org today. That's
healthy replacement windows, which would you choose? Windows that cost more without a lifetime guarantee? Or Champion windows with frame, glass, and installation, all guaranteed for life, and with a price that's guaranteed to beat Renewal by Andersen by 50%, or we pay you $1,000. The choice is easy. Just ask your neighbors who they'd recommend. An independent firm did. In fact, they asked over 40,000 previous Champion customers if they'd recommend Champion, and more than 9 out of 10 said yes. And they recommend our salespeople, installation crews, and our price. Guaranteed to beat renewal. Just call 888-718-2426 to schedule your free in-home estimate.
I know it sounds weird, but whenever I get to talking in my apartment or talking on the phone, it could be anything.
Guaranteed to cost you less. The choice is clear. Every home needs a Champion. Offer requires a verifiable written estimate and purchase required. Some restrictions apply. See representative for details.
If your roof is over 15 years old, then I recommend a free roof analysis from Dave Baker Trusted and Recommended Finley Roofing. They can find and repair minor issues before water gets in. Schedule today at 404 Roof Group or see them at roofroof.com.
Just start off asking for a patrol.
For security monitoring. And if your company has asked you to sign one, are you sure they live up to your expectations? EMC Security provides the best monitoring available from $16.95 per month and never a contract. EMC Security, where every moment counts.
A lot of companies cut down trees. At Heath Tree Service, caring for your trees for over 50 years means more than just chopping them down. Sure, our certified arborists are tree removal experts, but we also keep your trees healthy and safe. Call for expert advice on pruning or tree health, and always call Heath Tree Service for a second opinion before you cut that tree. Heath Tree Service, family owned, 50 years strong. Find us online at heathtreeservice.com.
This is Scott Slater for the latest morning news at WSB. Our 24-hour news center's here all weekend with updates 4 times an hour. Depend on it. And we're here Monday morning from 4:30 till 9 with breaking news, no traffic and weather every 6 minutes. News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB. Here's Dave Baker and more home fixing advice.
It's the home team.
How could I miss that?
When you never watched Kids in the Hall?
I never watched the Monkeys.
Well, you missed out on both then.
I did. Who's the guy in the Monkeys that wore the hat all the time? David Nesbitt? Is that his name?
I think, yeah. Wasn't his mom the one that came up with Whiteout?
Whiteout. Yeah. That and duct tape. Biggest. And caller ID. The 3 biggest inventions of the last 150 years.
Duct tape and caller ID?
Oh yeah. Well, caller ID is the best invention ever.
Yes. Instantly jettison those you do not wish to speak with.
Anything with that doesn't get any better than that. That's even better than sliced bread. Home Fix It Show, the weather, that was, by the way, that was Scott Maxson. He selects the music and pushes the buttons on this show.
And asks the obvious question, what were things better than before bread was sliced?
Nothing.
Everything just sucked.
Yeah, it did. It was awful. It was awful.
That was that old one.
Like before electricity. You had to watch TV in the dark. It was awful. The weather brought to you by Finley Roofing for a free roof analysis. Call Finley Roofing at 404 Roof. Low 60s today, which is going to feel very cool because the wind is whipping. I'm looking at the radar, and I think the WSB, they have wind gusts up there. And I'm seeing numbers like 22 and 31, and that's just going to feel cold. It's going to feel cold out there today. Wear a hat, Michael. Nesbitt. Was it Nesbitt? Nesbitt.
Nesbitt, I can check.
You bet in basketball. Anyway, cold day. Upper 60s tomorrow. Upper 70s on Monday. And then a chance of rain hits. Mellish will fill in all the details, except for the Monkeys thing, coming up in about 10 minutes right here on News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB. This half hour of the Home Fix It Show is brought to you by AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. Coming up after the news, I'm going to tell you something that you must absolutely do before you start. I like that music, by the way. Before you start digging your gardens and planting things for the spring, you absolutely have to do this. We'll talk about that right after the news, and we'll also do the weekend prize pack, or 4-pack of tickets to the Random Symphony Orchestra's Classical Series on Thursday, April 14th, Symphony Hall, and 14 tickets to the High Museum of Art. Very upscale weekend price pack this week. The news is next. You're listening to News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB.
It's not just termite control, it's Aero Exterminator's termite control. Don't let termites make a meal out of your home. Protect your home and family with Aero Exterminators. Also specializing in pest control, mosquito control, and fire ant control. Schedule your free home evaluation today. AeroExterminators.com. For years, millions have trusted full prescription strength Flonase to relieve their allergy symptoms. They still do. But today, Flonase Allergy Relief is available over the counter. You can't get more complete relief. Not from a pill, not from another nasal allergy spray. Flonase, full prescription strength, right in the shelf. Flonase changes everything. Flonase, available at Walmart for a low price every day. Versus single ingredient antihistamines for acute nasal congestion.
I love Spain. The spurs, the wine, the tacos. I want to stay here forever.
Well, we're not in Spain. We're home.
I know, but this food is so delicious. And those authentic ingredients and easy recipes from the Kroger Taste of Spain event really put me in a Spanish state of mind.
It's like a Spain vacation.
Head to Kroger for authentic recipes, specially imported foods, and delicious meal ideas at the Taste of Spain event. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
I'm Kevin Riley, editor of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Who would leave a child in a hot car on purpose? The case has rocked the nation, and we're days away from the trial. This Sunday, we dig into the evidence and ask, did Dustin Ross Harris intend to lock his toddler in that SUV? Read our investigation and explore the legal documents at myajc.com. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Credible, compelling, complete.
Aggressive spring pricing available now at GeorgiaAccuraDealers.com. Experience the new 2016 RDX. Uncompromising luxury. Best-in-class lease and finance offers. Shop your Georgia Acura dealers today or 24/7 at GeorgiaAccuraDealers.com.
This is Atlanta's 24-hour news, weather, and traffic. News 95.5 and AM 750. WSB. Atlanta's news starts now.
11:30, Tim Bryant live. The WSB 24-hour news center. Top stories this half hour. Reports of 5 new arrests in Belgium. Suspects believed involved in last month's bombings in Brussels. One of them said to be Mohammed Abrini, the man in the hat seen in airport surveillance video. Another suspect, man named Salah Abdeslam, also linked to last year's attacks in Paris.
They were driving to Paris in a rented Renault Clio. The car was used to drop off the Stade de France suicide bombers. It was found abandoned 4 days later. But the trail went cold on Salah until he was caught 3 weeks ago, and on Abrini until now.
Sky News correspondent Mark Stone in Belgium. Body found near Hartsfield Jackson, now identified. Ann Geronomis was a 42-year-old English instructor. A maintenance worker found the body in a ditch off 85 in Hapeville. Still no word on cause of death. 80th Annual Dogwood Festival continues this weekend in Piedmont Park. Atlanta police expecting upwards of 85,000 festival goers. The state tax take continues to climb. State revenue officials say March collections were up 6.8% from March of last year. Year-to-date increase of more than 10%.
Feels pretty damn good right now, I have to tell you.
As Robert Lamb, leader of the band Chicago, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremonies last night in New York. 17-year-old suspect arrested, held in the murder of that freshman co-ed at the University of Texas. And the Canadian group says it has met with a minister who's being held in North Korea. WSB Weekend Sports. Spieth and McIlroy, the final pairing today at Augusta. One-shot lead for Spieth. Lost for the Braves last night. Cardinals again tonight at Turner Field. Celtics Hawks this evening at Phillips. Ended his first spring practice as head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs.
The big focus for us is doing the little things right. We're trying to get fundamentals right in the spring.
As Coach Kirby Smart, one more week of work before next Saturday's G-Day game, annual spring scrimmage in Sanford Stadium. WSB News Time, 11:32.
The Ross Harris trial begins next week with jury selection Monday. Depend on WSB to cover the trial gavel to gavel.
Live from the Cobb County Courthouse in Marietta, Veronica Waters, WSB. Download the WSB radio app today for on-demand access to the Harris trial 24/7.
And follow the trial at work via WSBRadio.com. Depend on it.
Hey, this is Scott Slade with my good friend Monica Kaufman Pearson talking about a good friend we both know well.
Wanda Duffy of Duffy Realty of Atlanta. Love her.
You
you and I have been talking about, Rhonda, saving people tons of money, an average of $9,000 when they sell their home. Have you had a personal experience here?
I am buying a condominium for a family member. What's been so wonderful about Rhonda's model, every day I get a list of homes that fit my criteria. The list told me such things as if there was an HOA fee, how long it had been on the market, what it sold for before. And we used her strategy. We talked to the neighbors. She then looked at crime reports for the area.
Wow.
So that I knew that would be a safe place for my relative. Now, who else does that?
I mean, that's full service. That's beyond full service. I've never heard of anything like that.
I hadn't either.
Well, no wonder she's the documented #1 retail agent in America, 3 years in a row, and the top-selling agent in Georgia for the 12th straight year.
My experience was extraordinary.
Duffy Realty of Atlanta. Real simple, real savings, real results. This is Scott Slade speaking to Chuck Tindall with All Good Pest Solutions, with the reason you've got to pay attention to where we all live.
Well, we're in the area of the country that has the most activity for subterranean termites.
Sure, you can do something about a termite swarm you can see.
You can certainly take care of the swarmers even with soapy water, but most termites are going to be in the walls, underneath the carpet, and you're not even going to know it until there's lots of damage.
The All Good Pest Solutions family protects my home against termites.
That's why we use the Centricon colony elimination system with always active technology. It doesn't just stop the termites from getting into your house, it eliminates the colony in the yard.
And now you can see upfront pricing on year-round pest control like I have on All Good's new website, allgoodservices.com. And there's a lot of us satisfied All Good Pest Solutions customers.
It's the #1 lead source that we have, customers referring of their family and friends to call us.
Allgoodservices.com or call 770-339-4500. 770-339-4500.
Let our family protect your family.
When the bugs are all gone, it's all good.
The information you need and the truth you demand. Atlanta's Evening News with Eric Erickson, 5 till 7 every day. News 95.5 and AM 750.
WSB News Time, 11:34. Live team coverage of traffic and weather with Floyd Hillman in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
WSB Jam Cam shows that we have the left lane blocked at the Cab County and I-20 westbound Panola Road with that crash working there. Just seeing some slight delays around Panola Road as traffic makes their way through this. Also looking on the downtown Kaiser 7585 northbound, you're going to be jammed in from I-20 getting over to Freedom Parkway. We're also seeing some congestion around Piedmont Park with a lot of folks trying to make their way to the Dogwood Festival. This report is brought to you by Kroger. A Taste of Spain event at Kroger is on. Visit SpanishWorldFlavor.com and head to Kroger for authentic recipes, specially imported foods, and more now at Kroger. I'm Floyd Hillman, WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Kurt Knowledge. Wind Atlanta's most accurate. A couple forecasts for today. Sunny, windy at times, unseasonably chilly. Frost tonight, high 61. Lows tonight, 33 to 37. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, high 66, low 44. For Monday, a mix of clouds and sun, a 60% chance of a shower at night, high 75, low 58.
WSB Storm Tracker Radar clear sun and 51 at 11:35 with news on the hour, the half and when it breaks. I'm Tim Bryant on Atlanta's exclusive 24-hour news, weather, and traffic station, News 95.5 at AM 750 WSB. And final half hour, Home Fix It Show. Dave Baker, Dave.
Here we come, going to the home stretch, as it were. Yeah, that reminds me, April's here. We're not that far from the Kentucky Derby. So I need to get my horse guy out of the barn and dust him off and muck his stall. And shake him a little bit, see what he's got working. We'll do that in a couple weeks. But right now, I know people are out there this time of year. We're probably late because I don't talk to Walter about this every week. But it's about gardening time. It's time to plant that garden and dig it up. I know a lot of people use roto tillers, and I used it one time, knocked out cable for 6 weeks to the whole neighborhood. We couldn't watch the Gilligan channel, which is one of the 5 channels we got out here, but we couldn't watch that, so I should have talked to Megan Wade with Georgia 811 before then, but she's with me now. Hello, Megan.
Hello.
Hi there. That's the best you have.
Hello?
You got all this time to think of an entry, and you got a hi there.
Well, you did it so well. No sense getting better than best, right?
No, that's fine. I can good recovery.
It's better when you did the Almaty example, like you said you were that guy that knocked out the cable.
I was that guy, and I did knock out the cable.
Then for me to say you don't want to be that guy, your personal experience sucks.
You don't want to be me.
No.
Yeah, that was, I was like, I guarantee you I wasn't in that soil with that rototiller more than 45 seconds before I felt a pull and a snap, and the neighbors started wandering out of their houses going, "Hey, you."
I bet. It doesn't take much.
That's why, Megan, she's with Georgia 811, and that's why anytime you're digging a hole or digging your garden or anything, you need to call Georgia 811. And the number for that, I posted on my website. On my show notes today, it says at 11:35, I talked to Megan Wade, call before you dig, why, when. Then I put call Georgia 811 at 811. It doesn't get much. I mean, that's all there is to it. 811, right? Why?
Right.
Okay, let's start with the when. Well, let's start with the why. Why do I need to call Georgia 811 before I dig?
Well, the first thing is your safety. There are some things under the ground that if you were to come in contact with could be very dangerous or harmful to you or your family. It could also be harmful to you and your family if, you knock out the cable for your whole entire weekend. Or, what did you say, 6 weeks there?
Well, it's Conyers, Conyers. We don't get 5 channels, we get ABC, CNN.
And those are 5 important channels. Now you get 0. Convenience. We all do like it when the water comes on and the light comes on, and now most of us have to switch the heat back on because it's got chilly again. And if you're using mechanized equipment, it is also the law in Georgia that you contact us.
So wait a minute. It's the law if I'm using mechanized equipment that I have to call 811.
Right.
And my mechanized equipment would include my rototiller. That's mechanized equipment?
It is. Anything that has an engine. A little motor.
Wow.
Right.
I never realized it was that deep. It went that deep. I thought, if I'm going to bring a crane or a backhoe or something, I can do that. That's mechanized. But a little bitty, whatchamacallit, rototiller is mechanized equipment.
It is, and we find most people make a logical jump to contacting us before they dig when it is bigger projects, like you're mentioning with a backhoe, a bulldozer, a grader. But even these smaller projects, like rototilling your garden, installing fence posts, or even putting up a new mailbox, things are not where we left them. Even in the ground, you might know the location, or you hope you know the location, but different things change the depth.
So even though, okay, stop. Even though last year at this time I called 911 because I rototilled my garden and they came out and marked it and I missed everything and I wasn't even close to hitting anything. So I did that last year. I got to do it again this year because even though nothing came into and they never dug in my yard to put in more cable, why should I have to call them again?
That's a fair question. But you do want to call 811. Did you say 911?
I may have said 911, but that's for the cable in Conyers. We call 911 because that's a real emergency. No, don't call 911 for that.
No,
I think 811.
Other times, or you can go online to Georgia811.com and apply for it. So we try to make this easy and convenient.
But why would I have to call you this year if I called you last year and I'm digging the same area?
Well, for starters, like we just talked about, the rototiller, that's the law. And if you get out and you decide you want a bigger garden than you had last year, you're expanding your space. So you really you don't want to make risky assumptions about what's underground.
Do those wires and pipes and things move? I mean, I'm a little lost here. I did it last year, it was fine. I'm doing the same plot of ground this year. Why would I have to call?
The pipes, they may shift over time. There are some underground utilities that use something called a tracer wire to help you find the underground line, like your gas line does. Because when the person comes out to locate the line, they hook up to that. You don't want to send any kind of electrical current through your gas line. I would suspect those are a little more flexible underground, but the bottom line too is it's mechanized equipment and you have to contact us at least 2 business days before you begin your digging process.
Interesting. So the things move underground due to, it's wet, it's dry, things move up and down, so it could have moved over into my territory.
And it's free to call us.
No, it's free.
There's line marked, so.
Okay. So that's good. It takes 2 business days from when I call that I can safely do this?
Yes.
Okay, so if I call on Monday morning, bright and early, I call 811, then by Wednesday or Thursday, I'm free to start putting off what I should be doing with my garden.
That's right, yes. And we have a nice system. Our customer service reps will let you know about that. You get a locate request number from us. When you contact us, you can enter that online or call us back. And it'll let you know how each utility company has responded to that request, because they may be able to close it out faster than a 2 business days.
Oh, I see, okay. It's 11:43 in the morning on Saturday morning. I'm talking with Megan Wade from Georgia 811. How many different things are potentially in my ground that I need to hear back from?
In Conyers, I would say the average is 60.
I barely have ground in Conyers, but in the metro area, do I wait? There's cable, there's gas, there's electric, there's water. Is there more?
There is, but yes, when you are talking about the metro area, on average, we notify 12 utility companies where you're going to dig. There will be service that may run through your right-of-way or through your yard that you don't subscribe to, but your neighbors might. And in the world of competition, you have more than one cable provider. So a lot of times it does feel like it's real opportunity there. But I do every month that there's more out there than we realize.
I would never guess that you would. If you asked me, how many people do you think we have to notify, I would have said 4 or 5. Wow, 12.
In general, the average outside the metro is 8.
Wow. Okay. Now, this isn't just a spring thing, just because I'm doing my garden now or something. This is every time I use the mechanized device to digging my ground. Every time. This isn't just in April. We're telling you now, but this is something that is always in place, correct?
Right, yes. Even with the non-mechanized equipment for safety space, like your shovel or your toe pole digger, and certainly with your mechanized equipment, every project that we have or log on to our website at georgia811.com.
I can do the same thing online that I do on the phone.
Right, you fill out a form and it goes to our customer service reps, and they take care of things like they would if it was a phone call, and then they email you back your information.
They handle that, and it happens pretty quick. It's not like I have to wait 2 weeks and then they tell me, oh, we never got your request.
No, but we took over 1 million of those calls and online requests last year, and we're already tracking to be well above that this year. So it's exciting to know that the word's getting out and people are being safety-minded and being smart about the process. But also that, the economy's picking up too. So a couple of things are going to drive that. Hopefully we continue to see that smart behavior.
Suppose I'm having a new fence put in, or somebody's building a new deck for me, or I'm having a new addition put on my house that will require digging foundations and things like that. Is that my responsibility to do that call, or is that the responsibility of the builder or the remodeler?
The person doing the work needs to be the one to contact us. So the person who will actually be using that equipment. And it's important for those who have hired folks, homeowners, to ask that question. Not only did you call before you dig, but do you have the locate request number? That way, if there were to be an issue, if the contractor were to come into contact with something and you need to know that reference information, you would have it as well.
Okay. Now, if it's the law that I do this, and I'm having a builder do it, and he says you do it, and I don't do it, is it still on him that it didn't get done, or is that my problem? I know it's getting kind of convoluted and kind of into legalese talk, but...
It does get into legalese, but at the end of the day, our Georgia Public Service Commission enforces the big law. If the incident goes on their desk, they're going to look to the person who did the work.
Okay, it always falls back on who did the work.
Right.
Now, if I tell my builder, you're going to need to call these people, they will get a form. Is there something that they will get that I can check as a conscientious homeowner to make sure that they did that? Is there any way I will know that?
Yeah, the locate request number is what you need to ask for. And we have, it's called Positive Response. You can go online or call our phone number for that and find out about the details of the work. And what that includes is the name of the utility companies that we have notified about your digging project. Those utility companies send out the locate technicians to mark the line. When that's complete, they log into the system and let you know they've done their work. Or perhaps you've got an aggressive dog and they cannot get into your backyard to mark the line. And they need to work out a better time to come and mark those underground lines because they don't want to get risk being bitten, or they don't know the code to your neighborhood, or there's a variety of reasons why a locate technician couldn't do that locate for you.
Real quick, because we only have about 30 seconds left, is there a chance when you notify these 12 people that some of them will notify me back that say, that's not me, I'm not there, I can tell you, without,
yes.
They
And
will
that's
say,
part of that positive response information system.
Okay.
They tell you they're not the service provider.
so I don't have to sit around and wait for people to come out and draw a white line or a red line or a yellow line in my lawn, because they will say, that's not us, we're not there,
They could say,
I'm
all
not there,
clear.
I'm not there. Okay, very good.
Right.
But
And if you see some kind of utility service and nothing's marked, you need to contact us back and find out if there's a problem and what it might be.
Okay, so it works both ways.
It sure does.
Very good. And the easiest is just to call 811, give my address, and say, check me out.
That's right. You're going to need to know the type of project you're doing and the address, your nearest cross street, and how long it was going to take you to complete the project. And you can do that online too at georgia811.com or simply dial 811.
There you go. Megan Wade from Georgia 811, thank you for the information. We will do this. Let's do this again in a month or so just to make sure as building picks up and as things pick up in a month or so. Let's do this again to make sure everybody knows what's going on.
Well, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
You be well until then, okay?
I'll do my best. You dig safely out there.
Thank you. I don't do a lot of digging, but when I do, I like to dig safely. I'm like the most interesting digger in the world. Thank you very much, Megan Wade, Georgia 811. You can call 811 or you can go online to 811.com. You're listening to the Home Fix-It Show on WSB.
Atlanta's 24-hour news buccaneers, News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB. Depend on it.
Riot in the WSB 24-hour news center. At least 18 soldiers killed in the Philippines fighting Filipino militants. Mayor Kasim Reed says Atlanta's travel ban to North Carolina stays in place. Other big city mayors following suit.
It's more fallout from new laws in North Carolina and Mississippi.
Correspondent Jim Crisula, North Carolina, that bathroom bill. Mississippi's governor signed that state's religious liberty legislation. Our state's tax collection's up almost 7% from March of last year to March of this year. And in Augusta,
Just one direction when you think it's going to be the other.
talking about the win, Jordan Spieth, he battled it to a one-shot lead over Rory McIlroy. Masters round 3 today. Also in sports, Cardinals beat Braves last night. Play again tonight at Turner Field. Hawks Celtics at Phillips. Next news, less than 15 minutes. Tim Bryant, WSB.
1150 Coleridge area, WSB 24-hour traffic center. All lanes now cleared on I-20 westbound Panola Road, where we had this crash in DeKalb County on WSB Jam Cam shows. It's been relocated off to the right shoulder. Looking on the downtown connector, 7585 northbound, we're seeing heavy delays from University getting over to Freedom Parkway. No reports of any crashes over in that area, just a lot of heavy volume. We do have reports of a crash on I-285 northbound between Atlanta Road and Paces Ferry, and our WSB Jam Cam shows we're slowing down just north of South Cobb Drive. Floyd Oman, WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Kurt Knowledge. I'll tell you if the entire weekend stays dry in 10 minutes or on demand at WSBRadio.com.
The Ross Harris trial begins next week with jury selection Monday.
Be sure to like WSB on Facebook for the latest updates.
Depend on WSB to cover the trial gavel to gavel.
Live from the Cobb County Courthouse in Marietta, Veronica Waters, WSB. Download the WSB radio app today for on-demand access to the Harris trial 24/7.
And follow the trial at work via WSBRadio.com. Depend on it. No customer should ever be asked to sign a contract for security monitoring. And if your company has asked you to sign one, are you sure they live up to your expectations? EMC Security provides the best monitoring available from $16.95 per month and never a contract. EMC Security, where every moment counts. Weed, weed, weed your lawn. Weeding is a chore. Weeding what more. Weed, weed, weed your lawn. Weeding is a chore. Break the cycle with Bear Advanced Season-Long Weed Control for Lawns. It kills and prevents lawn weeds for up to 6 months with just one application, making it the only lawn weed killer that kills the weeds you see and prevents the weeds you don't. For up to 6 months. Bear Advanced Season-Long Weed Control. Get more from the blue bottle. Always read and follow label directions. Learn more at BearAdvanced.com.
Every home, apartment, townhome, condo, motorhome, even tent has stuff that's just in the way
away collecting dust. It's in fine condition, you just don't need it or use it anymore. Declutter and donate it to Goodwill of North Georgia.
See if there's stuff that you could donate to help others.
And after donating what you don't need, you can shop for what you do need, all at Goodwill.
Remember, your donations are tax deductible. Get your receipt.
Over 100 Goodwill locations in North Georgia. Find yours at goodwillng.org.
If your roof is over 15 years old, get a free roof analysis from my roofing experts, Finley Roofing. Hi, I'm Dave Baker, host of the Home Fix-It Show on WSB Radio. Finley can find and repair minor issues before water gets into your home. And 80% of the time, the Finley free roof analysis does not lead to a recommendation for a new roof. Get peace of mind today for free. Schedule your Finley roof analysis at 404-ROOF-ROOF or see him on the web at roofroof.com. 404-ROOF-ROOF.
Attention taxpayers, this is a tax service announcement from the tax pros at Jackson Hewitt. Tax day is around the corner. If you're in the process of filing your own taxes, stop immediately. One mistake can cost you boatloads of money. Instead, stop by Jackson Hewitt, where you can have your taxes filed by a tax pro with 100% accuracy, maximum refund guaranteed. Prices start as low as $48 for Tier 1 1040EZ filers. Other returns may qualify to get $50 today on an American Express Serve card after you file with us. Just stop into any one of our 6,300 Jackson Hewitt locations. But hurry, tax day is almost here. Jackson Hewitt, where taxes are less taxing. Minimum tax prep fee required for $50 gift. Additional fees apply for state, local, and more complex federal tax returns, financial products, and other services. Valid at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply for all offers. See jacksonhewitt.com/tier1 for details.
Don't play hide and seek with your siding. The wood behind it could be rotten with mold and compromising your home structure. Hi, this is Erwin Whites, owner of Superior Pro Exteriors. Our James Hardy siding provides you a 100% no-rot solution that looks great. Call now to save $500 off your complete James Hardy siding job or $1,000 off your complete Color Plus siding job. Book your free siding consultation at SuperiorPro.com. Superior quality, guaranteed.
Ready or not, retirement is coming. The question is, are you prepared? Get the answers to your retirement planning questions by listening to Mike Lester. From Wall Street to Main Street, Mike discusses the financial issues of the day and talks about how those issues can affect your financial future. Make sure you're prepared. Tune in to Guarding Your Nest Egg, Sunday mornings at 5 on News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB.
Scott Slater here, host of the latest morning news of News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB. We'll cover breaking news, strict knowledge, weather, and 7 red alerts all weekend. And the Southeast biggest news team is here for you first thing Monday morning as you head back to work. Weather and traffic every 6 minutes on News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB. Now back to the Home Fix-It Show. It's Dave Baker.
11:56 on your Saturday morning. The Home Fix-It Show drawing to a close. Like to thank Rob Fowler from Mr. Appliance. See them at MrAppliance.com for being on the show. John Popple was here from Pat Murphy Electric. Guess where you can see them? That's right, PatMurphyElectric.com. And Megan Wade was here. Megan Wade was talking about calling before you dig. That's an easy thing to do. Just dial 811, or you can see them on the web at Georgia811.com. Your weather brought to you by Finley Roofing. For a free roof analysis, call Finley Roofing at 404-ROOF-ROOF. 61 today. It's going to be in the upper 60s though tomorrow. It's going to be nice weather for the finish of the Masters. A little chilly, but nice. Melissa will fill you in 10 minutes about how it goes from there. Any chance of rain, we will let you know. The weekend prize pack, Roxanne has decided on caller number 4 to the contest line, 404-741-0750, 741-0750. The fourth caller to call and talk to Roxanne and say, "Would I do something wrong?" No, don't say that, but say, "Hi Roxanne, I really like you." Fourth caller to do that wins the weekend prize pack. It's a classy one. Symphony tickets and tickets to the High Museum of Art. Don't forget to check out my website, thehomefixitpage.com. Has all the information, my preferred vendors, everything is there. There's a lot of blogging there also. Check out the Home Fix It page on Facebook, like me on Facebook. Follow it on Facebook. Lots of good information there. Also, next week, the G-Day game. Be one of the 93,000 people to show up. If you can't make it, you can listen to the play-by-play next Saturday at 4 o'clock, right here on News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB, your home of the Dogs. Thanks for listening. Thanks for calling. We'll be here next week at 9, right here on WSB.
Believe it or not, mosquito season has arrived here in Georgia. Hey folks, it's Mark Aram back from my pals at Inspect All Services. Just saying the word mosquito makes me itch, and if you're like me, it's time to call the pros at Inspect All. These guys are the leaders in pest control technology. The key to a mosquito-free summer is starting your coverage early. Inspect All will safely reduce mosquito populations and breeding sites before you get covered up this spring. So it's a no-brainer for me and my family. Google Inspect All Services and tell them Mark Aram sent you.
When you're sitting around the dinner table, there's lots of subjects to discuss. How the day went, what kind of homework the kids have, what's on schedule for the weekend. I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I would guess that you don't sit around the kitchen table talking about your gutters. In fact, gutters are probably the last thing on your mind until there's a problem. I'm Craig Glasgow, General Manager with Leaf Guard of North Georgia. Unfortunately, most folks think about their gutters when it's too late, and the damage is already done. Wood rot, termites, foundation problems are caused by clogged gutters, and clogged gutters are a perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes. So here's the solution. Call us at Leaf Guard. My promise to you, there's never any pressure to buy. We won't sell you anything unless it will make your life better. We'll give you a price in writing, not on a business card or a brochure. And all of our installers are employees, not subcontractors. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, you'll never think about your gutters again, because Leaf Guard gutters have a lifetime transferable warranty.
Let's face it, you don't drive that beige minivan to turn heads. So it's embarrassing when your brake pads start screeching like a wounded eagle at every stop sign you come to. Right now, you can silence the squeal with a great deal on CarQuest Gold brake pads, courtesy of your neighborhood Advance Auto Parts. And when you purchase a set of pads along with 2 rotors, you can get $15 back by mail. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back to the garage. Go to advanceautoparts.com to find a store near you. Mail and rebate. Void where prohibited. See store for details.
WSBB FM, Dorothy.
This is Atlanta's 24-hour news, weather, and traffic. News 95.5 and AM 750. WSB, Atlanta's news starts now.
12 o'clock, Tim Bryant, the WSB 24-hour news center.
WSB, continuing coverage of campaign 2016.
About 10 days away from the next big primary, Bernie Sanders in his native New York.
Started this campaign about 60 points behind Secretary Clinton. The last 2 out of 3 national polls had us ahead of Secretary.
The New York primary on the 19th of April.
What you saw yesterday is that they kept trying to shift the focus of their harshest attacks back to Republicans after a pretty bitter week between the two of them. But they both still throughout the day tried to get their little digs at each other, especially when it came back to Sanders questioning Clinton and whether she was qualified to be president earlier in the week.
Juliana Goldman in New York caucusing this morning in Wyoming. 53 degrees on Peachtree, 1201. WSB meteorologist Kurt Miller says partly sunny and cool today. Atlanta's most accurate, dependable forecast coming up. Likely weeks, not just days. Jury selection, Cobb County, Ross Harris case underway Monday in Marietta.
Because of the concern of all the pretrial media coverage, Cobb County court officials sent out 550 summonses to possible jurors. That number will be whittled down to a jury of 12, plus alternates. The AJC reports Monday's first day of the proceedings will focus on those people who say they cannot serve. Ross Harris stands trial for murder, the hot car death of his toddler son Cooper in June of 2014.
WSB's
Breaking news first. This is WSB 24-hour continuing news.
Well, Feds announced plans for stepped-up security at airports. Atlanta's Hartsfield Jackson among them.
Passengers traveling through U.S. airports are likely to see more police in public areas, increased random checks of vehicles, and people with larger bags.
Fidel Castro has made a rare public appearance in Havana. WSB Weekend Sports, another blustery day in Augusta.
These winds are not normal. This is almost British Open conditions. And veteran patrons will tell you it's bad news.
I think range is what makes it hard. When you add the wind to dry them out, it's just pure to watch them putt.
But the worst scoring day in 9 years gives us Jordan Spieth and Rory
You
McIlroy
bless.
in the final room on Saturday.
Sure, it's exciting to play with